Merry Christmas, boys and girls. It's your boy Lenify Claus, a sarcastic dickhead with limited talent and limited time on his hands. No, like really, this game significantly shortened my life. Now I know the dust has settled since my boy Boogie2988 made a video on this, and with that in mind, and the fact that I just couldn't make a list of bad Steam games without it, let's move on to our first episode of 12 Days of Shitness.
Les slaughtering clowns.
I hadn't actually played this game until this point, but it definitely seemed worth a try. The graphics just caught my eye. But since I'm not a complete douche, you can stick around for the end to see some lovely, constructive criticism if you're the type to take offense to a good old-fashioned YouTube beatdown on developers that frankly deserve it. If you don't believe me, here's a very real review from PewDiePie. And with that, let's ho-ho go. Probably the least appropriate use of music since they played The Rude Sandstorm at my uncle's funeral. When the world fell apart, Snake finally felt at home. Bash in heads, or spray shotgun bless galore. Either way, he's releasing a shitty game for actual money. Oh my god, the cursor goes outside. Oh my god. I've only seen videos of this, and I thought, oh, maybe, you know, Digital Holocaust or whatever they're called would quite literally step up their game after all the videos made on them. I'm just adding to them 2 years out of fashion. Don't worry guys, it's all self-aware. I know this was a dumb idea and I already regret it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations for what? Implying there's any sort of challenge. Okay guys, my boy Barack Obama just called me and he told me they're actually called Digital Homicide Studios, so I'm sorry to anyone I may have offended. Honest mistake, guys. It was in the heat of the moment. What relation do the zombies even have to each other? Seriously, what is that, like Zombie Link? Is that the thing? You know, like the orange bloke? Liam Neeson?
Game over.
And we have some kind of cheap version of the Halo announcer. So they give you 12 minutes to play this. Why? I don't have any ammo. I don't know where to find ammo. I don't know what the purpose of this game is. Rather, I came in expecting to slaughter the ground. But apparently I was mistaken. Oh, for God's sake, I just want to shoot something. Oh my god. Ideally myself after playing this. Zombies have become frenzied. Oh no. Will they actually make a conscious effort to kill me now, do you think? This guy looks like Marcus Phoenix, but on a roid rage. I'm afraid that's a no from me. This feels like quite possibly the longest, most drawn-out, disgusting sequence of events that have ever happened in my life. We can move mountains, said Markiplier, and he was right, because these mountains literally disappear at will. There's not enough, like, ammo or guidance to get the ammo. I bet there's loads of ammo, but I actually... There we go. But the thing is, I actually don't want to look for it because I don't want to play, because shooting the zombies is boring. And running around in this game is boring. I don't know about you, but back in my day, we had ultra-wide screens and 4K and stuff. Wow, games really have gone backwards. But the fact that these aren't consistent in any way, it really just suggests that they have grabbed them from somewhere. I don't know what's happening here. Is that a thing? Or is he just having a blood seizure? How anyone could make something this bad and just consciously put it out there for money? Like, if it was free, and if the developers had like a decent attitude, I would totally accept it. But it's not. It's not free. I had to buy this game with my money. And all I got was this lousy game. You know it costs like £1 to get a burger from McDonald's, and I'm dead again. I'm spawned in, and I've got 93% health. Like, what happened between me dying and me respawning? Did I get, like, touched in purgatory or something?
Try again.
Why did it just say try again? Try what again? Try developing a good game? And the developers actually sued people because they believed that bad reviews were the sole reason for this game's lack of success. They should have known as soon as they added this song to the game that they'd made a bloody mistake. I'm not a bad musician. I don't know how good I am, but I'm not bad. And I'm also, like, not just so painfully stupid to the point at which I put this music in a game that is either supposed to be scary or epic. Like, which is it? Because it's scarily bad, but it's not so scarily bad that it's epic. But there's no real action that makes you feel gratified for killing the zombies or whatever. Like, yeah, every now and then the game goes, well done! god, bro! And has some sort of orgasm. But apart from that, you're just stuck running around in circles and shooting zombies. You can come at me and tell me I've never made a game, which by the way isn't true. I've used Scratch. But you can't seriously, as a fellow human with assumed common sense, tell me that this music was an appropriate choice. Even a choice you would put in as anything other than a joke. And you know, I wish I could say they were joking, but they were dead-ass gonna sue people over this. Like, what's the point? Hello again, boys and girls. The game crashed and I didn't really say anything of substance before it did. Now, like I said, I'm not a complete asshat, so I do have some things I would say. I think this game's biggest problem, in spite of the graphic pop-ins and pop-outs, the terrible sound, the terrible music, the terrible hit detection. Oh god, sorry, I'm starting again. Despite all that, I think the game just suffers from a terminal case of lack of direction and just lack of fun. Now, fun is kind of an abstract thing in games. Like, you can't add a feature that will definitely make a game fun. I mean, you could say games like Left 4 Dead are running around and shooting zombies, but they're fun. They also don't have heaps of problems, and they, you know, are actually campaigns. You actually do something and you feel like you're earning something, and you can play with your friends and it doesn't crash your computer. The game, I had to literally restart my computer, but again, I'm trying to be nice. Most people know how to take other people's assets through purchasing and legitimate means, and they know how to appropriately use them. Unity gets too much hate in my opinion because a lot of people misuse it. They just take things, they don't really know what they're doing, they just put it there because they're like, oh yeah, I want Morgan Freeman in my game, I want Larry the Lobster in my game. It doesn't work when you're putting The Thing and Marcus Phoenix, someone who looks like the bitch from Frozen. You can't put all these things together and expect to create like a coherent experience that people are going to enjoy. The game has, to me, no clear sort of motive, and that's both in the gameplay and in the creation. Was this game supposed to be a shoot 'em up for friends? You know, you just kind of like crack open a few cold ones? Because it's not fun enough for that, and I dare say it gets a bit difficult when they start spawning in front of you. But at the same time, the game isn't remotely scary, although it certainly seems to try to be in parts, and I just don't know what it wants to be. Look, you don't need to be a great artist, a musician, even necessarily a great coder to make a great game, especially nowadays. There's a lot of stylistic choice available to you that perhaps wasn't available to you back then. But there are other games out there that are actually quite bad, but the developers themselves, they want to fix the game, and they certainly don't go around suing people. So now this game is kind of off the Steam market, and it can't hurt anyone anymore. This has been my kind of review thing of it. Don't know what you thought about it, a bit different to what I usually do, but if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and whatever. And if you want to join my Discord, that's in the description, along with my Patreon link, and thanks to the current people on the screen. Anyway, thanks for watching again, and have a very Merry Christmas.